From the basement of the beautiful Chrysler building in New York City, where we just contacted Mayor Mandami's office and asked if the rent freeze covers our lease. He said he'd get back to us. This is The Scammies. I'm your host, Michael Robertson. Each episode, I'm trying to make you a little bit smarter so you can spot the scams and the scammers and keep more of your own money. Now, it's been a minute, but I'm back with a story so wild, it's going to take a few episodes to get through. The series is titled AI Murdered My Company. Maybe. I have to add the maybe part because we're still collecting information. But that's what will make it fun, because I'm going to share the evidence with you and you can make up your own mind. This is episode 1, entitled The Day MeetingTV Died. It starts the morning of January 2nd, 2026. I sat down for our daily video staff meeting and it wouldn't load. I assumed it was my computer. I refreshed the browser, restarted the computer, switched from Wi-Fi to wired, nothing worked. Then the messages started arriving. One employee said the site wasn't loading for them. Another said it wasn't loading for them. Paying customers began emailing support saying the service isn't working. Now, websites go down all the time. A DNS issue, a routing problem, temporary server outage. We run a tech company, so occasionally infrastructure problems happen. But this behavior was strangely inconsistent. A few people could connect, but the majority could not connect. That's when I realized this wasn't a normal outage. It felt like something different was happening, like something or someone was blocking us or attacking us. I eventually went to Google and asked for ways to track down outages for a site, and it suggested a few sites I could use to see if our website was being blocked. When I entered MeetingTV.us, I was shocked to see a long list of security vendors labeling MeetingTV as malware. This had to be why our company and services were unreachable by so many. I started tracking down the companies. I searched for the contact information for each one. Some had a contact form, some you had to register for an account, some there was no way to contact them. For those I could contact, I reached out to them and said, hey, MeetingTV is a reputable US company. Your classification is false, and asked them to remove it. Over the next few days, I tried to track down as many companies as I could, but there were a lot. Most never respond to my email. A few had autoresponders. Finally, we got our first clue about the true source of the blocks. One company sent us an email saying that the reason they were blocking us was because of a cybersecurity blog post entitled Dark Spectre, unmasking the threat actor behind 8.8 million infected browsers. I'd never heard the term Dark Spectre. A quick AI search reveals he was a villain from the Power Rangers franchise, the Grand Monarch of Evil, leader of the United Alliance of Evil. I scanned the report. I'll put a link to it in the description. It describes an incredible tale about 3 diabolical cyber campaigns. One they called Shady Panda, another they named Ghost Poster, and a third, which was the new one, they called the Zoom Stealer. You might think this is 3 different groups, but they emphasized it was one entity. Quote, this isn't 3 separate threat actors running similar operations. This is one highly organized operation. They went on to describe it as professional, sophisticated, opportunistic criminals operating at a nation-state scale. The whimsical video game monikers aside, this was a serious issue, now apparently involving a foreign operation. Which country you might add? Well, they told us. Everything we've uncovered points in one direction, a well-resourced Chinese operation. They then gave a long list of facts, linking it all to the Chinese. I'll put them on the screen, but you probably can't read them, so I'll read them to you. First, the servers were all hosted on the Chinese Alibaba cloud. All the companies were registered linked to Chinese provinces, particularly Hubei. The software had Chinese language comments and Chinese variables. There were Chinese time zone activity in the software. And finally, there were Chinese e-commerce affiliate fraud schemes. Sound detailed and very convincing. And then I saw it in the blog post. They said my company was the Zoom stealer. In the Zoom stealer section, they listed only our company name, MeetingTV, our URLs, and our software. My heart sank. This explains why all the cybersecurity companies started blocking us. But it only explained part of the puzzle. It left me wondering, how did they connect us to Chinese cyber criminals? We have zero connection to China. In fact, I've been highly critical of China over my career. We're a proud American company. We intentionally chose a .us domain, in fact. Our servers are hosted in the US on Google Cloud, not Chinese Alibaba. Our corporation is registered in the US, and our search engine is registered with the US Copyright Office. All our code and comments are in English. There are no affiliate codes of any kind, much less for Chinese e-commerce companies. None of what they said matched us in any way. Now, the allegations in the report went much further than just spurious geographic or technology connections with the Chinese. They were astonishingly and disturbingly calling MeetingTV outright criminals in ways I've never seen in my 30-year technical career. More on that in the next episode, entitled MeetingTV is Laundering Money and Data for the Chinese. Click the subscribe button to be notified when the next episode drops. Thanks for watching.